one of the Fuji guys here to give you a quick unboxing of the brand new FinePix HS50EXR camera. This is our premium super long zoom camera that uses our EXR sensor technology that incorporates things like phase detection AF. It is a direct replacement to the HS series of cameras like the HS25, HS30. There's two versions this year, the HS35 and then the new HS50 that has more zoom and the latest EXR processor and sensor. Okay, so let's just take a look at what's inside the content of this box. You, of course, got your owner's manual software CD. It looks like there's a strap here for the lens cap, I believe. And of course, you also have a quick start guide. For the full owner's manual, you want to go into the software CD, and you can actually download the PDF version available in various languages for you to read. Okay, I'm just going to put that aside for now. Okay, I'm just going to go right into the heart of the unboxing, I guess, and just go right to the camera itself. Just going to remove that security sticker and take out this brand new HS50 camera. It's a really nice looking camera. I'm going to move some stuff just aside for now. As you can see, it has a tiltable screen. Again, you can flip it open, and it's a variable screen, so you can flip it forward if you want to do videos. And of course, you can flip it completely like that so that you can show. For this demonstration, I'm just going to leave it like that. It has the nice manual zoom feature, also the manual focusing option there. And of course, it shows you the focal length. So I'm just going to get back to this camera in a second. I'm just going to take a look at the other contents of the box. Of course, you can take out the batteries. The camera includes lithium rechargeable batteries. It uses the MPW126, the same one found in the cameras like the XE1, X Pro 1. Okay. And of course, it's going to come with a charger somewhere there. So I'm going to dig for that. So again, it's the same charger that we used before, the BCW126. It is a dual voltage charger. And of course, depending on the country you come from, it's going to come with the appropriate connector to the power outlet. In this instance, I've gotten the North American plug, as you can see. And you can plug it in like that, of course. So I'm just going to put that aside for now. Let's take a look at the contents again. You got the included lens hood, as you can see. It's a plastic lens hood. How it feels. I'm just going to look for the markings here, if any. If not, I'm just going to just guess it and rotate it. So actually, there's a marking right there. And then you want to mark it to the white dots there. Then you just clip it in place. So that's going to help you from any flare that can happen when you're shooting against direct light in some instances. Okay, so that's great to have. It also has an attachment for a 58mm thread right on the back, so you can attach your standard threads to this filters to this camera, whether it's a UV filter or a polarizing filter or whatnot. You got your straps. This is just a standard strap here, nothing special. You attach it to the either end. It allows you to carry the camera around with you. I'm just going to leave it there for now. You got your USB cables. Again, the camera does have a USB connector that allows you to download images to the computer. I always recommend, though, that you just pick up a good card reader to save damage to the camera, because every time you unplug and plug the USB cables, you might end up jamming the wrong connectors here and then causing issues. Again, the connectors just goes behind these rubberized ports. As you can see, they stay on place, so you don't actually lose anything, which is great. You got your mini HDMI, you got your USB connector there. There's even a mic input here, and it looks like it's a 2.5mm plug here, so you can actually purchase an optional a mic for this camera if you want to start doing some video recording with that, okay? And of course the cap, like I mentioned, was already attached to the camera. And I think that's really all the contents that I see in this box. Other than that, let's see if we can get this camera started and running and show you how the camera works. I'm just going to move the box aside a little bit. Let's take a look at the battery compartment here on the bottom. You just pop open the lid. Okay, it's very similar to actually the XS1 actually, and even the material has a nice rubberized feel throughout the whole camera, which is nice. It does give you a little that quality look and feel to it. Even the rubberized lens is kind of nice to have as well. Okay, you want to put the batteries in. You want to match the L's here so it's closest. So you can actually look at this little orange tab, make sure it matches and the contact's going in towards the camera. Unfortunately, I believe this battery you can insert in any direction you want. although that's not going to stay. If I put it this way, that's not going to stay. That way, it's not going to stay. So maybe you can't. So you got to put it in one direction, which is just to match the orange, and that's when it actually stays in place. So that's great. So I'm glad they fixed that. Okay. So now that the batteries are in, of course, the memory card slot's on the side. That means if I have it on a tripod, I will have easy access to my memory card, which is another great feature. The camera doesn't include a memory card, so you do want to pick up a good set of SD cards. I highly recommend for this camera at least a Class 6 rated card or higher, and buy from a reputable brand. You're gonna appreciate that, because I believe this camera does offer the ability to capture both JPEGs and RAW files, as well as giving you full HD videos at 60 frames a second. So that's kind of new and interesting. So let's turn on the camera. You can turn on the on and off switch right here. And if it's the very first time you turn on the camera, it's going to ask you for a few menu options. You can use the directional pads to select the appropriate settings here. You have different languages. Just reading it off, you got, I guess, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Netherlands, looks like Russia, I believe, Arabic, Chinese, Japan, Korean, that's Japanese there, I guess Turkey. There's so much languages I don't even know, Polish, as you can see, things I can't even read myself. So good options for languages. I'm just going to select it on English. You're also going to select your date and time. It's going to leave it as the default. And basically, you're ready to go. The camera's set to the EXR mode. That's the smart mode. It's going to auto-select various scene positions and various lighting so that you get the appropriate shot. As you can see, it's quite fast. To take a photo, you push the shutter button halfway down and all the way down to take a picture. Because it uses phase detection, it's actually very quick for focusing. Very nice. And in fact, I can just push the button completely down and take my photos without even having to pre-focus, pre-release. So it's quite fast that way. To record videos, you can push the record button on the back. It starts recording full HD video. I can even take photos. Look at that. I can take photos during my recording. This file is going to be about a 3 megapixel image. I can set it up to 8 megapixel, but then I'm going to have some interruptions to the video. So again, I'm going to stop the video recording here. And let's just take a look at the video that we recorded in a second as it records to the card. Just one last thing too is the zoom. So it's a manual zoom. So if you wanted to do zooming, you can do that way, which means you also could do zooming during the video too as well, as you can see. Okay, let's push the playback button, and you can go through different images by pushing the right or left direction, as you can see. If it's a video, you'll definitely know that by seeing these little film strips right on the side. You can push down. And here's a video I've just recorded earlier. As you can see, I took a bunch of shots in between this, and you're not going to really see any interruption to the video. So it's actually snapping away. I don't even notice that. The actual image itself here that we shot was right here. As you can see, it's a 3 megapixel image, and again, it's quite nice. It's, of course, a 16:9 format for this because the video is a 16:9. Again, to delete images, you can just push up, and then you can select from that frame, off frames, or even selected frames. So I'll show you how to do the selected frames. You can use the navigation here and select that image, and that image just by pushing the OK button. Once I'm happy with the selection, I push back, I push up, and then now I can actually delete the 3 images I just selected. If you want to go and delete all the images, you can go into the menu too, select erase, and then delete all the frames. You're going to confirm, and it wipes it completely, okay? Like I said, again, the battery is just partly charged, so you do definitely want to charge it for the first use. Again, this is just a quick look at this camera. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter. And of course, check out my other videos on this camera, including the top features, where I'll go through some of the key features with this camera. Until then, I'm Billy, one of the Fuji Guys.